Greetings, everybody. Sending you so much love. All right, well, it is Friday, and we are going to do a group meditation together. So I'll let some people come in to the space. This is the first time that I'm going live on YouTube. We usually do it over Zoom, but I thought I'd give it a try, see who shows up on YouTube, and I'll also get it going on Instagram. We'll let beings come in. Live group meditation. Yeah, so excuse me. Just clearing a lot. So we're basically going to be doing a specific type of meditation, which is called heart-brain coherence. And meditation is really relaxation. It means to become familiar with yourself, and ultimately we have this greater self, which is the field, the actual energetics of ourself. So we have all these different bodies, different layers, and we tend to focus on just the physical body so much because we're plugged into this sort of video game like virtual reality simulation thing going on. And I have placed my order. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, I'm working on them. Yeah, so we're doing the meditation. Yeah, I'll have your order out roughly. When can I get that? Very soon. Just be patient, please. I'll work on it and get it out within the next day, and I'll send you the tracking number. You'll receive it through an email. Yeah, of course. Thank you. So, where was I? Anyways, the intention here is to tap into a meditation. So we'll let a few people come in. So we got a YouTube stream going. Where are we? Say hi to YouTube. Anyways, we're going to go through a certain technique, and basically I'm just going to guide us through a process here. So we'll let people come in. Welcome, YouTube. You can also drop in the chat. We're doing a live meditation, so I'll start in a couple minutes. We usually do it on Zoom, but this will hopefully make it more available for everybody. So if you want to get cozy, you want to find a seat. Hey, So basically, you just want to how to get to deep meditation. Well, we're going to do that so you can learn right now. So just get comfortable and close your eyes if you desire. I'm just going to go over some key points here, and then we'll begin. So the point is to stop thinking, basically. And when we silence our mind, we tune in to specific frequencies and energies that we aren't usually tuned into. We're basically like a radio, and we're constantly receiving energetics from there's a field of energy that is all around us. And when we have our eyes open and we're going about our day, we're very focused on the outer world, the external world. And so meditation is really just becoming aware of your internal world. So your internal thoughts, the feelings, and your thoughts are producing feelings and emotions. And so it's to become familiar with your whole being. So a lot of people go about their day and they're just totally unconscious to like deeper layers of self. And so the healing is actually to go within and to let it come from within and to actually feel a new energy in your beingness, and we can actually generate that energy because we are creator beings. So this heart brain coherence weekly meditation is basically just opening up space for hey, thank you. Yeah, we're just opening up the space for the infinite intelligent energy that we have access to, and that is actually animating all of ourselves. It's beating our heart, it's digesting our food, it's moving the clouds in the sky, it's moving the ocean, it's moving the mountains, it's moving the trees. It is the presence of life. So that's the energy that we're looking to connect with. And we are already that. So it's not like this energy is something you have to acquire, something that is hard to find, something that is so far from you. This is actually the closest to you. So we're connecting with that intimate energy, that God principle, that essence within our own self. So on that note, let's connect. So just follow my voice and get into a relaxed state. If you choose to lie down, that's okay. I prefer that one sits up, and it keep your spine erect, and it keeps yourself more awake. We want to be awake during all of this. So if you're sitting, Just plant your feet on the ground and feel your feet connected to the ground. And sense the floor underneath you. Become aware, become conscious. Bring your attention to that feeling of your feet touching the ground. And anytime the attention wanders, just bring it back. Start to use that muscle of attention. Put it right down on the ground. And feel all of the ground with the bottom of your feet. And find that sense of the wonder, the awe, the curiosity of life itself. That find that student within yourself that wants to learn, wants to grow, and wants to realize the true nature of reality. So there you've primed your attention a little bit. Now you're going to take a breath through your nose, deep belly breath from the bottom of your belly. Fill it up and raise the breath up through your chest. Slowly breathing through your nose like sucking fluid through a straw. And just start to consciously bring your energy from your lower centers. And just start to move your attention with your breath up into the top of your head. Just connect with your breath. And begin to ask yourself, why am I doing this? And inquire with yourself, who am I? And why am I here? Why am I doing this? Just bring that inquiry into your life as you continue to breathe. And find that sense of surrendering to a greater intelligence. And realize that there is a supreme intelligence that is allowing for all of this to unfold. And again, take a deep breath and release it. And just keep in that calmness. And realize that there's nothing to figure out. Give yourself permission to just be. And just allow the present moment to be exactly how it is. Don't try to change anything. So we're going to begin to do a rhythmic breath through your nose for, let's say, 8 seconds, okay? So in through your nose, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And release 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Release 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Deep breath, slow, steady. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Release 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now just rest. And just feel the energy. And allow everything to be what it is. You're going to bring your awareness into your lower belly, in your body, and simply rest it there. Just feel the energy in there and bring your love into that space. And you can breathe into that space. invite the energy of regeneration, of renewal into your life. And just accept everything as it is. Become familiar with that energy in your lower center. Simply rest and let go. And surrender your little self to a greater mind. And go into the void of nothing, which is the place of infinite potential. And ask yourself the question of, how can I give today? How can I get out of myself and see the bigger picture? And surrender to a greater level of harmony, of coherence. And just allow yourself to be in this sea of energy. And the mind is going to go nuts on all of the thoughts of relating to people, places, objects, things that you have to do. But you don't have to do anything right now. You can actually just rest. And find that center. Find that self within you that knows exactly what to do, that knows exactly what it is to be in alignment with the supreme power. And begin to invoke a quality of thankfulness, gratitude, love, joy, appreciation for the life that you have now. and find and look, consciously decide and choose to place your attention on a expansive energy, on a constructive thought, which will then invoke a constructive feeling. And anytime we're thinking out of alignment with the truth of who we are creating an incoherent signature, a signal. It's a staticky signal because it's not true. So, as you start to find things in your life, people in your life, just things that you love, and find appreciation and give thanks to those things. And it's not so much about the thing, it's about the love, it's about the feeling that you feel through that. And so I ask you to generate that feeling just on your own, just by the power of your own thoughts, by the power of your own feelings. And as we do this, we're consciously changing our energy. And when you change your energy, you begin to change your life. And we can tune into new thoughts and new potentials of a new way of being in our life, a new way of loving, a new way of giving, of receiving. And as you do this, you'll start to feel a subtle shift in your body and in your field of energy. We're literally changing the frequency of ourself. And so just continue to rest there. So the light is consciousness. Consciousness is one, manifesting in legions of forms or levels of consciousness. There is no one that is not all that is. For consciousness, though expressed in an infinite series of levels, is not divisional. I am cannot be divided. I may conceive myself to be a rich man, a poor man, a beggar man, or a thief, but the center of my being remains the same, regardless of the concept I hold of myself. At the center of manifestation, there is only one I am manifesting in legions of forms or concepts of itself. And I am that I am. There's a great saying, be still and know that I am God. That is the most important to understand. I am is the feeling of permanent awareness. The very center of consciousness is the feeling of I am. I may forget who I am, where I am, what I am, but I cannot forget the I am. The awareness of being remains regardless of the degree of forgetfulness. I am is that which, amid unnumbered forms, is ever the same. The great discovery of cause reveals that, good or bad, man is actually the arbiter of his own fate, and that it is his concept of himself that determines the world in which he lives. In other words, if you are experiencing ill health, knowing the truth about cause, you cannot attribute the illness to anything other than to the particular arrangement of the basic cause substance. An arrangement which is defined by your concept, I am unwell. This is why you are told, let the weak man say, I am strong. This principle governs every aspect of your life, be it your social life, your financial life, intellectual, spiritual. I am is that reality to which, whatever happens, we must turn for an explanation of the phenomena of life. It is I am's concept of itself that determines the form and scenery of its existence. Everything depends upon the attitude towards itself. That which it will not affirm as true cannot awaken in its world. That is, your concept of yourself, such as I am strong, I am secure, I am loved, determines the world in which you live. When you know that consciousness is the one and only reality, conceiving itself to be something good, bad, or indifferent, and becoming that which it conceived itself to be, you are free from the tyranny of second cause, free from the belief that there are causes outside of your own mind that can affect your life. In the state of consciousness of the individual is found the explanation of the phenomena of life. If man's concept of himself were different, everything in his world would be different. His concept of himself being what it is, everything in his world must be as it is. Thus, it is abundantly clear that there is only one I am, and you are that. And I am is infinite. You, by your concept of yourself, are displaying only a limited aspect of the infinite I am. So to move into the I am is to move into harmony and to move into coherence. And when you're in that state, that peace, you're in meditation, because meditation is what you are. And so we must move into an empowered life, a life where we don't allow ourselves to stoop down into illusion, into falsity, into unreality. We must remain poised and rock like, unmoved in the I am, the invisible self, and stay there and remain here. So the consciousness the I am never changes. What remains, what is unchanging, picture like the sun amidst the storms, amidst cloudy weather. That sun, that I amness is always ever present, shining as the light of consciousness. And no matter what storms are going on in your mind and your emotions, there's something in you that hasn't changed. And when we can become rooted in that I am, even amidst the challenges of life, we rapidly evolve. This is the essence of self-inquiry and the direct path towards happiness. Because if you don't find yourself, you will never find happiness. Because the essence of what we are is happiness. It's a feeling state of the mystical, the mystery of life itself. And so when we tap into that, it's so simple. This this has nothing to do with esoteric knowledge, has nothing to do with anything that is outside of you. The point is to find who you are within. And allow yourself to feel what that feels like. And from this place, anything is possible. Because this is love itself, and there are miracles ready to take place if you allow them into your life. So as you go about your day today, I ask you to remember the I am. And as an act of devotion, as an act of love towards life, infuse this new energy into everything in your life and effortlessly emanate this new state of being, this new realization. So, to end it off here, is that there is an energy that is pouring into you called the I am. And we are qualifying this energy just like we paint with a paintbrush and colors onto a canvas. This is exactly what we're doing with our life. And how do we paint? Well, we paint with two things. We paint with our thoughts, our imagination, and we paint with our feeling state. So you are the creator of your life. You are the artist. You are the painter. And that's what life offers you. You can change at any moment. And how you change is you begin to change your thoughts. You begin to fire new thoughts in your brain, in your mind, and those thoughts are going to then create new feelings and new emotions. And that will then create new actions and new behaviors, which will then lead to new experiences. And that's all that life is about. It's about life, the I am exploring that infinite energy that we just spoke about. It's exploring itself through the infinite fractals of flavors and colors and experiences. So I don't have the answer for you, nor should I, but I'm here to point and to hold the space and to remind you that you can change your life. You can be reborn if you so desire to be, and you don't give up on yourself. And this pathway of self-realization, it's not for everybody because it's a very difficult path in the sense that it brings up a lot of suffering, which suffering is another word for we could call it the shadow or the unconscious material that is buried in our psyche. And since we were little children, we were basically being programmed with the energetics, the thoughts, the feelings of other people. So you are who you are now because of the influence of people in your life, your guardians, your parents, your teachers, your friends, the culture, the society, the music, the food, the water, the air. Everything is informing your DNA. But we know with epigenetics that you can change your biology by thought alone. And you can basically add on to your telomeres and you can basically extend them, which is it's like this little kind of looks like a DNA strand. And there's so much information out now that actual like scientific research that we are clearly creator beings. And we are the captains of the ship that we're sailing. And so why not take your power back and stop blaming, stop making excuses for why your life is the way that it is? Because you are creating all of it. And this is a message for all of us that we have so much power in us that we could change the world. And how we change the world is we change ourself, because the self and the world are not separate. The external world is simply a reflection and a manifestation of what's going on inside of us. And so this should be a great joy. This should be a celebration to realize that everything that has led you to this moment of realizing the I am within you is exactly how it has supposed to happen. It's supposed to have happened. So enjoy being the painter. And remember that positive thoughts, constructive thoughts, thoughts of truth, and you know the difference. And you can judge for yourself. Those will create positive emotions, which will create positive chemistry in your biology. It will regenerate you, repair you. I'm going to leave you with one last thing, which is a technique called the Ascend the Frequencies healing technique. So, first things first is you want to figure out what you desire. So, get out a pen and a paper and write down, what do I want in my life? And figure that out. It could be so simple. It could be a beautiful partner, a beautiful home to stay in, a car to drive around in, a health food store around me, a beautiful community, a whatever, a sauna, a gym, whatever. Just write down every little detail that you desire in your life. And then imagine that you're already there. So feel that you're already in that reality which you just wrote down. And it's not that hard to do, because if you are everything, then you have everything. You're whole, you're complete. And it's a massive difference between realizing your wholeness and realizing that the mind within you is always going to be feeling that there's something missing. But that desire itself is creation. So it's about finding that balance between being totally whole and content, and then simultaneously also wanting to experience life in new ways. So, after you've written down what you desire and you feel as if it's already done, you're gonna give thanks and feel it in your heart that you are already that which you wish to be. And then you'll basically just form an image, form that picture, visualize that person that you want to be. And concentrate your attention upon the feeling that you are already that. So it's that process of an intent, that visualization, and that feeling that you already have it. And literally keep this in your mind until it hardens into fact, aka it manifests into your reality. So you just got to know what it is that you desire, and it can be so simple. And take the action to get there. And you can use the spoken word, you can use statements of the I am and combine it with that present tense of what you choose. So if you desire health, you say, I am healthy right now. It's you don't separate yourself from what you desire, you actually become it. And then the body doesn't know anything else but to believe that new state of being. So you always want to be affirming as if you already have it. And that's why when we utilize that I am in front of everything, we're informing our subconscious. We're planting seeds in our subconscious that will then grow. And with a determined effort, whatever you want, you can have, because everything already exists. You just got to want it, you got to desire it, you got to know what you desire, and then you go for it. And that power of the will is the intention to keep going until you feel and you see that that has hardened into fact, whether it's health, abundance in your life, love in your life, if it's a material item that you've been seeking, if it's anything, it's already yours, because you are everything. So go forth with this information. If you want to tap into more of these teachings, then I suggest a few teachers. There is a man named Neville Goddard. He is a metaphysical master teacher that taught exactly what I just shared. And there is a teacher named Dr. Joe Dispenza, which I would highly suggest to check out. And there's a teacher named RJ Spina, who is a great teacher as well in this realm, that had healed himself from chest down paralysis diagnosis. The doctors gave him a few days to live, and he used exactly the technique I just shared. He desired to walk again, and he combined mental visualization, the feeling, the gratitude as if he was already walking, all in his imagination. He affirmed it. He used I am statements like, I am the conqueror of my mind and my body. And he stayed at it. Within 100 days, he walked out of the hospital. And that was that. So it's all inside of you. You don't have to go out looking for as if something is separate from you and you need to go get it. You want to create from that place of wholeness, from that wish fulfilled. Feel the state of your wish fulfilled and live from the end. And that we do, my friends, in your imagination. So hopefully this directs you in the right direction. But first, figure out who you are. First, figure out that you are one with the Creator, and that you are given this gift of imagination to create a new world, a new earth, a new life for yourself. So rejoice in the fact that you are forgiven. The the intelligence, the mercy of God is is a very magical thing. So yeah, just be the change that you wish to see in the world, and I hope that that's a good change. That's up to you. You have a choice whether to support the positive polarity or the negative polarity. The positive is service to others, and the negative is service to self. So you choose, spiral up.